going on, man?
What's up, man? I just
Welcome.
thank you, thank
Well,
you, thank
welcome
you.
to the Mr. Homeboy podcast, man. I got my boy Nate the Great.
Stop, bro. Yeah. Don't hide me, bro. Don't hide me, bro. Come on, come
Yo,
on, man.
that man said stop playing with my man's name, man. Nate the Great. Ain't nothing less.
You know,
All right, man. So, as you know, I started this podcast. We're doing just to get random questions. So the question I'm gonna be answered today is more of like a your hobby, pretty much like a mental thought and mental breakdown, and we're just gonna be talking about random things. And first off, how are you doing? How's everything? I know everything been going with this whole COVID-19 and all this other stuff. So how you and your family been holding up?
yeah,
That's
no,
more the first question.
like you said, it's been a everything been just all in the air with this COVID. It's been a rough year, but hey, we still here. Family's doing good, and we just got to keep a positive mindset. So I'm doing good.
I feel that. I feel that, man. Freaking, I know you are a very hardworking man. You got your little hustler mentality on. Is there any like specific projects that you're working on right now where it's like where you got to turn up another gear? Any like things that you're looking at right now?
Yeah, definitely going into this new year for sure. I'm looking more into real estate. I know I had talks about it before last year, but I just didn't make that step to get in that door. And this is the year where where I'm really going to start being more serious about that, get more educated, and I'm trying to be a homeowner within the next 6 months. So that's one of my huge goals, and soon, short-term goals I'm trying to accomplish soon. So it's we just got to get it while the market's looking how it is right now with the rates are so
Oh
low.
yeah,
Shit,
bro.
you got to take advantage of that because it's only going to go up from here.
And that's the thing. Like that's why, like, with a lot of homes right now is overpriced because the market, like the interest rates are so low
Mhm.
that is a whole bunch of buyers going out there trying to get loans and stuff like that to buy homes. So
Yeah,
what people do that have the homes are like bumping up the prices.
I know. So jealous of them, man.
I
They
know, man.
they making money, man.
All right, so we're gonna kick it off from the start. So right now, for the people who don't know, you're gonna kick it off from the start. Where you came from, what's your background like, where you grew up, and all
Okay.
that stuff.
Sure. Like he said, my name is Nate. Grew up in the Bay Area, California, Oakland, California, to be exact. And I'm currently,
Oaktown.
hey, you see it, the town. And currently residing out here in the Bay Area as well. You know, I just got back out here about a year and a half ago. Used to serve in the military, used to serve in the Coast Guard, separated about a year and a half ago, and now I'm, hey, at ease. And now, I'm out here just, you got a little dog back there?
Yeah, that's my pit bull puppy back there. Watch out, he vicious now. He
Oh,
vicious. He vicious. You gotta watch him. He's vicious.
anywho, man, yeah. So now I'm, playing the civilian life, trying to make money the best way I can, the easiest way I can, and I'm going to school full time. I also work. I'm employed full time, so that's what I'm doing right now. That just goes to my childhood a little bit.
I
26,
feel you.
so we've been, we just gonna keep pushing.
So we never had this conversation, but when you was in school, like what type of student were you? I know it's like very random, but it's like it's something that maybe somebody would like to know.
You talking about like grade school? You talking about college right now?
Grade school. Because I know with me, I was pretty much the class clown.
Yeah, I said.
Hey, I passed with like a D minus.
Hey, you passed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Answer your question, man. I was very similar, man. We both of us. It sounds like we didn't take high school very serious.
No.
We got through. We did. Like I said, I graduated with about like a 2.3 or something like that, and my whole goal was I played sports in high school, so my whole goal was I got to at least have a 2.0 so I can play basketball. It's just,
I was just about that was gonna be my next thing. Freaking so while you was growing up in high school or middle school, whatever the case may be, what did you actually think like you wanted to be, or you where do you think like your life was going? Where do you want it to be? Because for me, it's the funniest thing ever. I actually wanted to be a veterinarian.
Oh what?
A veterinarian.
Oh,
I thought I actually could do that
hey,
thing, and then it's like
but you know,
because at the time I was like, everybody was like, "All right, you like college is rolling around, blah blah blah," and I was like, "What do I like?" I was like, "All right, I like pets and stuff like that." So I was like, "All right, well, I could be a veterinarian," and then I actually looked into like what they actually do, and I was like, they actually do just as or more work than an actual doctor. They have more schooling than an actual doctor.
don't get paid that much like them,
No, fuck no. But they have to go to
huh?
school.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, yeah, that definitely ain't for me. But what was yours? I was actually curious.
So mine, at least as a younger kid, let's say like preteen, I always wanted to be a firefighter.
Okay.
That was always my thing. I always just wanted to be a firefighter. I just thought it was really cool, and that's actually what I'm studying to try to be right now. I'm in the EMT program right now, so as soon as I get this EMT, get the ball rolling a little bit more on that. As I got older, we always wanted to be an NBA player, but we had to be realistic.
Oh yeah.
Had to get the jumper right.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think I was okay at football, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think I was pretty good. I
Yeah,
felt like I could have did something, but things ain't go how it goes. You know what I mean?
I seen you hit a couple people. You was all right. You
Yeah.
was good.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was laying people out, man.
I believe it.
Anybody I played football with could vouch that I was laying people out.
Right. You're gonna see in the comments, boy.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
like
man.
yeah, the 12 that was firefighter. That was always the thing. Obviously we tried to make it in sports. It didn't work out. Once I got more serious in the high school, about 16, 17, I was like, yeah, I know I'm not going to college. It's just my grades were not the best at the time. So believe it or not, when I was 17, I was kind of set already on going to the military. I had a cousin that was in the Air Force. She looked like she was doing great things. It just looked so fun. She looked very financially stable, had a nice little Mustang GT and everything. So believe it or not, yeah, that was my goal since 17. I didn't go in until I was 20, but hey, we made it work.
I feel you. So, looking back at your childhood, what is one memorable trait that you glad that was just instilled in you? Like
That's a great.
one trait that from just growing up from where you growing up from, like it's just like a something that doesn't have to be explained, especially when you from Oakland.
Yeah,
What's something that like you're grateful that comes with that?
man, there's so many things I could say. But the first one that come to my head is just kind of it was instilled into me to be kind of just the way we grew up. I grew up and moms was on EBT, we was on Social Security,
Definitely.
just growing up throughout our whole life. So what was instilled is to always kind of don't take what you got for granted. Always to, you know, at least me growing up, once I grew up, I told myself I didn't want to be like that.
Exactly.
So me growing up, I told myself, and I'm not knocking people that are on Social Security or EBT, but I was just saying I just don't want to do that. I want to work for what I got. So the hard working trait that I instilled from growing up, just being from Oakland and seeing how things were on the street, got a lot of friends that's locked up right now, and unfortunately, some of them that didn't make it to still be on Earth today. It's just one of those things that always just kind of just be on your grind and always just try to keep moving forward and try not to follow the trend so much.
Exactly.
A lot of people really said to me personally, it's just, hey, Nate, man, you really did that military thing. I don't know how you did it, man. None of us, we all, I had supporters in my back. To be completely honest, it's like, hey, you're doing big things out there. It's good to see what you're doing. I couldn't do it. They told me that. Like, there's no way I could do it. And, it could be because of the record, or it could be because of the discipline,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the military instilled that discipline. And so it's just, like I said, I just rambled off about three different thoughts, but it's just
Nah,
all of
nah,
that
nah.
fun where this is the reason how I am today because of all that.
Because going back to like the EBT thing, actually, my mom, she actually had food stamps and all that stuff. She had like the card and all that. In Georgia, they had like the little green and yellow card. I don't know if it's the same out there or whatever, if they changed it up or whatever. But
Okay.
pretty much, she was like, I don't know. It was like she was like super out there with it, like showing off the card. And me growing up, I was like super embarrassed to even show the card, not knowing that like half of the people that I went to school with actually had the thing. But me, I was like so embarrassed that it was like I couldn't even I couldn't even be seen with it, and like just that embarrassment just made me never wanted to do that.
Right. And I'm similar. I got that same mindset. It was just like going to the store, you want to, you see a line, you like, let me let that line die down first. I don't want to.
Exactly. And my mom, she's Jamaican, so she don't even care about what she out there flaunting the card and stuff like that. Like, go ahead and get that, go get that with the freaking card flying out. You like, yeah, I got the card, I got the card, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Where it made us now, though, man.
Yeah, man.
Where it made us. Like
Most
I said,
definitely.
we're not knocking people that's on it. You really need it. It's just, that's just the way we grew up, and we
Yeah,
just
for real.
didn't want to get on it.
Exactly. Definitely, definitely. All right, so speaking of that, you where you're at right now, if you can go back to your and talk to your 15-year-old self, what would you say to your 15-year-old self and why?
Where I'm at right now.
Where you're at right now, the mindset that you have right now, if you go back and talk to you at 15 years old, what would you tell him?
Mm. I know I said this a little bit earlier about maybe don't follow the trend. There's times where I was at 15 where I was just trying to have the hottest stuff, and that money could have went somewhere else. And for another answer, I never had a job until I was 18.
Mm.
I would have told 15-year-old self, hey, maybe you could start working. I was trying to be so serious about basketball. I was like, I don't have time for a job. But in reality, I could have made that time and had some money. Then I didn't get my first car till 18. Going on 19. It's just, it all ties back into money. If I could tell my 15-year-old little Nate, little skinny Nate back then, on how to manage and better set himself up for the future, it would have been more about just on the finances side, just to make sure that I could have a little more money to not only have fun with, but maybe I could actually I didn't get my own apartment until I got in the middle. Just, what I would have told myself I could have saved
You talking
more.
about the prodigy?
Yeah,
You talking about the prodigy?
that on the
Man,
LinkedIn.
man, I swear, man, when I saw that picture, bro, I'm like, bro, you look like you was on like max prep, like 5-star recruit. Like you just had like, I'm like, yo, this dude like a straight. I was like, this dude like a beast. Like this.
160 then, I'm 240 now, but who cares?
Nah, because you look like you had like the wiry, like you was like skinny but wiry strong. With like, and then you was about like your 6 foot frame. It's just like, dang. I'm like, this dude looks scary as hell. Oh snap, man. Nah, but I'm not gonna lie. The main thing, if I had to go through my thing, tell my 15-year-old self, is probably more of like be patient, be more patient,
Good one. That's a good one.
because it's like, especially when you're young, you think everything has to be a get. Hey, hey, what you doing? Calm down. Yeah, because my young self right there is like everything was just a rush, and I was doing things out of a rush instead of thinking of like short term. Think more of long term and try to get things accomplished. That's one thing that I'll tell to myself.
I like it. Nah, I could see myself saying that too. Because, like I said, even sometimes now we're just like we want this right now, right now. But it's like
Exactly.
patience is like a key attribute to just adulthood. And
Exactly.
we really learned that when we were in the military. It's just like just patience, patience, patience. Nothing happens right away, and then yeah, no, that's a good one. I really messed with that.
So since we wrapped up 2020, we're in 2021. What's the biggest thing 2020 taught you?
You might have just said it, to be honest.
Be patient.
Yeah, yeah.
Patience.
It just taught me to. It also taught me to really look at the brighter side of things, because it could be completely worse. Like I was
Exactly.
fortunate enough to keep my job throughout the whole 2020.
Yeah.
Some people that could not keep their job. There's some small businesses that I used to go to often that could not resume business. So I think it really taught me to really be fortunate and really
Be
appreciate what we have
grateful.
now, because it could just go away like that. And
Exactly.
believe in some of the science too, because we just didn't think this would last as long as it did. I didn't.
Exactly.
I
It's
did.
like it literally been a whole year already.
Almost pretty much, yeah. That's how I was like, I'll be 2, 3 months, whatever, it'll be over. No, I was wrong. I was incorrect.
Man, for real. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely, I'm not gonna lie. 2020 bought the hustler out. Definitely bought the hustler out. It made you have to be more creative on whatever the hell you think of. It's like you kind of not think outside the box. It's kind of the glass half full mentality,
Yeah,
where
that's
it's like, yeah, it's like this, but it's almost to the top. Like you gotta be like optimistic more, say with like different ideas. I feel like that's what 2020 actually brought to me.
see that too, because we had limited resources. Though, yeah, that's I definitely see
Exactly.
that. Yep.
All right. So we about to get into the glory things, man. So we see that you got that Hellcat thing.
Oh, me.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Got that Hellcat thing, man. That
Yeah.
car is beautiful.
Thank
What
you.
made you choose the Hellcat over any other car? Well, actually, let me first off start with like with what got you into cars. Because I see that you're in a car club and all that stuff, but what actually got you into cars?
What really got me into it is right now. That's one of my biggest hobbies right now. Is like you said, I'm in the car club, and one of my biggest hobbies right now is driving around doing cruises, maybe going to car meets, and just socializing with people. What really got me into it is just the education piece, because before I even got my car, I didn't know, it's not I didn't know much about cars, but I didn't have a clear understanding on what makes cars do this, or why is this car so fast. What now we got a clear mind sight view of what goes on.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then answer your question about what made me get the Hellcat.
Yes. And why not another one?
I want to be a little different.
Okay.
So we hear Hellcat in all the modern or the current rap songs. They're all rappers are saying
Yeah.
Hellcat in their songs, and like so that goes back to what I'm saying. Am I being really different because it's in every song? But when I'm on the street driving around,
You don't see nobody in there.
I see no one in the Hellcat. I maybe see him in maybe a smaller trim, like maybe a Scat Pack or a RT 345, but I don't. Hellcats are kind of rare, and I always prided myself on trying to like be
Stand
different,
out. I
stand
feel
out.
you.
Like I always try to get not the same shoes as everyone else, or just along that nature. Not try to shoot like everyone else. I know y'all was roasting, but it was going in. That's the biggest thing, man.
Freaking. So I need you to explain to the people out there who never been to a car meet what is like actually going to one and like what's the benefits of going on. Because I think I've been to like maybe one or two car meets, and I
Yeah.
was with my boy back in Atlanta. And how they get in Atlanta? Them dudes drive reckless. They hop in their car, whole bunch of lines, a whole bunch of cars lined up, running red lights through the city, just straight up wild, straight up wilding. And that's how they get down in Atlanta. I'm not sure how they get down in the Bay Area, but
Yeah. Let's clarify a little bit. So I pick and choose. I pick and choose my meets. Me and my club. We know when stuff are going to get like you said, running through red lights, and it might turn into a sideshow. People don't know a sideshow is just usually a pit of cars going around doing donuts, burning rubber, things of that nature. I try to stay away from most of that stuff because it just puts a bad image on your car and yourself, and it won't. It could just turn out really bad if you get caught doing something like that. That's your car is getting impounded for 30 days. It's not good, and like,
oh,
now your car lives for 30 days. I know a lot of people that have got impounded, and they eventually get their car back in 30 days, but they got to pay 3,000 to get it back. See, it's just so.
so they put a fine on it.
Yeah, I try to avoid the reckless
Mm.
activity, definitely. But like the typical car meet I go to, we'll all park. Well, people might pop their hoods if they got a nice little turbo or supercharger. My car got a supercharger in it. and we're just communicating like, oh, where you get your park from? Where'd you get? It's just more of a mingling, socializing type of event. Marketing
Okay.
way too. I didn't met people that make candles, for example, black owned business owner, and next thing you know, I bought a couple candles from him. So it's a good event. Most of the time, it's just cars. It's just sitting there talking to each other. I feel like I'm social enough where I could like I could walk around and just talk to people. Hey, how you doing? You got a nice car, man. Nice color. That's the gist of a car meet, man. And
Okay.
cruises, we just cruise around. Like for example, this past weekend we went all the way to San Jose. That's about 90 miles away, but we 100 cars on the freeway. So, like I said, it's just a hobby. It's something to do right now, especially with the COVID. There's not much to do, and I love it. So it's fun.
I'm not gonna lie. There's some cars out here in Houston. Them dudes be having like it's super different. So they have like rims, but on the rims is like spikes hanging outside of the rims.
Are they trucks or are they cars?
They like trucks. It's like damn near like Grand Marquises and box Chevys and shit.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's like
that's
they pretty much have like the wheels, like their rims actually have like spikes hanging out each side of the
yeah.
tires. And then some of them, I don't even know what type of car they is, but they have like another like a fifth wheel or something with the same little spike hanging out of there. And I guess that's like the style down here.
They trying to mess people tires up on the freeway.
Man, I feel bad if they run into a ditch.
They get stuck. I'm like, you told me, bro. Nah, I got them damn tires. You stupid.
All right, so at these car beats, what is like the worst and best cars you've seen at these cars meet?
The best car I seen was probably mine. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah, there's some cars out there. Let me start with the worst, man. I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, dang, what could be the worst? So there's something called up badging within the car community. Up badging is basically when you have a car, you put an emblem on there to say that your car is this car, and it's not that car. For example, there is usually a Honda Civic at a car meet with Hellcat stickers saying it's a Hellcat.
Oh my
And it's
gosh.
a white hatchback Honda Civic. And I'm like, dang, like, I don't know why you're doing that. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. You're making us laugh. We're laughing, but
Or somebody using like a scat pack and putting freaking a Hellcat logo on there.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Very similar. So it's just,
So nobody's pulling up in no damn no Toyota Corolla.
oh, nah, they smart enough to not. No, yeah. Well, yeah, so don't come because you
Nope.
can't.
I can't go.
You got something else.
Nah, hey, but my systems in my trunk is decent though.
You do got slide, but I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, my system is decent. So you know all I gotta do is put the money sign rims on the side.
Yeah, the spinners, the plastic ones, and then
Yeah, exactly.
park across the street and play some music, and then we
I
go.
gotta go to Food Depot for that one, but
Oh man, but yeah, there's nothing too bucketish that come out, man. Like it'd be a couple Lexuses that come out, but like I said, there's like sideshow community, and then you got the car club community, and you could kind of piece together which is if it's really nice, they probably don't abuse their car that much. Whereas,
okay.
like I don't really. Yeah, we go a little fast. I'm not gonna say how fast I've ever been on here. I don't know about all that, but we.
Yeah, I've worked with the feds.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what?
nothing.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. It was, but no, it's just so that's like the worst. I just hate up badging. I'm never talking down on people. If you don't got if you trying to get a cat, you trying to get a cat. That's cool. Like we respect it. But don't lie and say you way up here with your car when it's not. But like I said, I'm humble as hell. Like I said, I had a Camry before this car. I had a Toyota Camry, and I had
Nah,
a little
remember
twist.
blue,
Oh yeah, that
the
little twist.
original blue, the original.
Everywhere, boy. I was moving.
That thing ran off a heart. It ran straight off a heart.
His heart died. I had to get heart attack.
Yeah, he lost the eye of the tiger. That's what happened.
Best
uh,
cars. It's the best car. It's a lot of great cars. I seen some exotics at some of these car meets, man. I seen some Lambos pull up, and I am a fan. I never drove one. It's on my list to do one day, to drive a McLaren or a Lamborghini or something like that.
That was actually gonna be my next question. What is your like? Do you have your eye on another car to upgrade, or you feel like this one is gonna be the one for a while?
I feel like this one's gonna be the one for a while. I put so much work into it, so much time. We didn't been to SoCal together, and it it's really hard to find a standard production car with as much horsepower as the one I have.
Mm,
The horsepower is 707. What other, I could get a GT 500 and I could probably meet that. That's a Mustang. I'm not a fan of Mustangs in my opinion.
yeah,
And it's just it. If I get another car, I don't want to downgrade power.
exactly.
I didn't drove my friend's car that's in my car group, and her car it's nice. It's still a nice car. Like I said, I'm extremely humble, but I can feel the difference between going to my car and going to her car or my other guy in the car group's car. So it's going to be really hard for me to ever downgrade. So to answer your question, I don't see me upgrading this car anytime soon.
Anytime soon.
At least not within this year.
All right, hear me out. I got a deal. I got a deal for you. All right, check this out. All right, look. So I do you a favor, and we could do the Corolla for the Hellcat, but you gotta add me. You gotta add like $10,000 on top of your Hellcat to meet the value of my Corolla. Because first off, my Corolla, it you gotta come back, bro. You
Talking, bro. I thought you was done. This guy. God. All right. Deal. No deal. No deal. Deal or no deal. No deal, bro. Gosh. Damn. I had to.
Oh man. But no, that's all the questions I have for today, man.
It's all good, man. Appreciate you having me, man. It's always good to talk to the brothers, man.
Man, we got to get you on here another time, man.
Oh, always, man. Not a special guest no more.
Yeah, you're gonna be a new member, bro. Mr. Homeboy. Yeah, I mean, checking out Mr. Homeboy. Gone.